What's up? I'm your host, Inspirational. Chapter 44 is out on Webtoons, Monday, March 9, 2020. Now, let's begin. We see the aftermath of the Kirian/Lauren ship dying as Lauren leaves Kirian's place, where she could have easily died. The emphasis on her cuts and bruises as she's running through, and she kind of has a fresh cut on her face. Not a haircut or anything, but like an actual cut. When she was running fast through the woods, and there's discoloration on her neck from Kirian's more than just a friendly choke. She walks through the streets and there's a couple of stairs, but the most likely reason that no one actually stopped is probably the bystander effect, where the more people are around, the less likely each individual will actually reach out to help someone in need. This is how Lauren, who is completely soaked from the rain, hunched over and in a more defensive stance, can walk all the way to Kim's house and then all the way back home without anyone approaching her, especially since a couple of chapters ago, like in episode 42, we had a public decree from the king that should have caused a lot of people to be on alert for suspicious activity. Now, it's understandable that Lauren didn't want to open up to Kim about the whole situation, as Lauren is doing this for pretty personal reasons by partnering up with Kirian. And then we get a pretty nice transition to Lauren at home or at a boxing gym. We don't really know. Maybe she has a boxing gym in her home. She has a nice house, or her uncle has a nice house, where she gets a lot of her pent-up anger about the whole event that's occurred over the past days out. I wonder what the 1569 means, or if that's her or her uncle's uniform. For a good portion of this chapter, we get the montage of Lauren beating up beating up the punching bag. And we get some resolution to the issues that Lauren had to deal with for all of last chapter. Loon as a group had not really killed anyone, as they just imprisoned and extorted. And Lauren knew at some point death was inevitable, and that there were dangers to working with a murderer like Kirian. But the duo had some really good progression in their team building and getting what they need from their enemies. It hurts so hard for her because deep down, Lauren truly believes that Kirian is a good person, and that she didn't have any control in this that Kirian just succeeded in doing by killing all the Loon victims and all the guards, because it's just like she usually doesn't have much control when she is privy to a lot more information than most people. The snapping of the sutures and the opening of her wound that Kirian had sewed shut earlier was coming undone while she continues to take on the punching bag. This is such a beautiful symbolism of her stability with Kirian, and yes, it's going down, but only half of the sutures came out, so there's still hope for this ship. I mean, they have to get back together and continue their objective, especially making such a big statement on society for both Kingdom and the Phantom Scythe. What Lauren seems to be feeling is survivor's guilt of trying to figure out what happened to her friend for the past 10 years, and sadly, even if she does figure it out, will she actually get the relief that she's looking for? I don't really think so. It would have been a pretty great place to end at the chapter of her on the floor crying, but we actually get a couple more panels. Her uncle continues to look sus as he snoops around her corkboard of lines, and we see the guy that caused her to lose her detective place return back with the same seal of the company of the people that Loon has been hunting down. So we're gearing up for the next big thing. That's all for this chapter. There's a subreddit for Purple Hyacinth now, which will be linked down below, and there's also a very active band community that I joined today, so check it out if you want to discuss some memes and theories with other fans of the series. Make sure to heart the chapter on Webtoons every time you finish reading, and comment to be a part of the community. Subscribe to get access to these reviews every week. My social media can be found by searching Inspirational on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Shout out to my designer. You can find his work on Instagram at JatinV_photography. See you all next week.